We're going to do the next section of the calculator version. You're going to see on some of these it's not very helpful to have your calculator, but these are some places I think you can make some time up. So it says John runs at different speeds as part of his training program. The graph shows his target heart rate at different times during his workout. It's always important to note what your axes are. This is time and this is target heart rate. And so sometimes there's a quantity on the y-axis, sometimes there's a rate, and that can change the problem. It says on which interval is the target strictly increasing, then strictly decreasing. So look, we have some different intervals here, and right here the interval will be increasing, then steady, then decreasing. So I know that's out. Increasing, decreasing, increasing, steady, increasing, steady, decreasing. So none of those whole intervals are what we want. So we have to look at our choices and see if there are any partial intervals that have what we want. So between 0 and 30, we know that one's out. Between 40 and 60, so increasing, then decreasing, we got our answer. So pretty quick question there. We talked through it and still got done in a short amount of time. Again, looking at the previous video, time is important. Okay, in the figure above, lines L and M are parallel and lines S and T are parallel. If measure of angle 1 is 35, so always put it on your picture, you get a visual. What's the measure of angle 2? Now, you may or may not remember with parallel lines in a transversal, you get all these congruent angles, and they're congruent and they're supplementary. So these two add up to 180. So everywhere on all four of these intersections you have congruent angles. So basically these four can be transposed right onto here. So this angle would be 135, or excuse me, 145. Question D. The next question is involving a constant. So K is a constant. That means it's not ever going to change. It's the kind of the opposite of a variable. And it says Y is 24 when X is 6. So we have 6 times K. So K is 4. And it says what's the value of Y when X is 5? So we have 24, or sorry, we have Y equals K, which is, we just found out was 4, times X, which is 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. You just bought yourself some more time. It's a fairly easy question. Just be careful, plug the numbers in. Don't try to do everything in your head. It says, the next one says, the next question is an equation, sort of an inequality. It says, or sort of a setting up an equation from words. It says 16 plus 4x is always means equals, is 10 more than 14. So that means 24, because 10 more than 14. What's the value of 8x? So you're not finding x. You're finding x and then figuring out what 8x is. So 4x equals 8. Now you could stop right here. It says asking for 8x. If 4x equals 8, then 8x equals 16. Because you double and you double. Now a lot of people will solve and get x equals 2. If you plug 2 back in, you still get 16. So again, pretty straightforward little section here. Even with me talking, this video took 4 minutes for 4 questions. So again, a place you can buy yourself some time.